Welcome, I'm your host Colin Jost, and this is Weekend Update College Edition. The U.S. government recently tested an artificial intelligence to help Americans with decision making. Here is to talk about his thoughts on this is our resident young person, Pete Davidson.
Thanks, Colin. Yeah.
Welcome,
Pete. Artificial intelligence, yeah.
A very hot topic in America right now, especially in Ken Lindelbaum's English 130 class at Stony Brook University. What are your thoughts on artificial intelligence, Pete?
Yeah, Colin, I have some pretty strong opinions on artificial intelligence, if I do say so myself.
Oh yeah, so what are they?
Colin, I'll tell you, I'm pretty ticked off that, a robot could have so much intelligence, I don't even have enough to know you can't, microwave tinfoil. I don't even have that much intelligence.
Did you microwave tinfoil?
I tried, Colin, but I wasn't successful because my microwave caught on fire. And you know what wouldn't catch on fire?
What?
If my microwave was artificially intelligent enough to tell me to not put aluminum foil in it.
Well, we're talking about the new AI that the U.S. government just tested. Not about a smart microwave, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. No, Colin. You see, I focus on the real issues. The issues that the people really care about.
Well, this AI is pretty important. It's going to be used in courtrooms to make decisions about whether a person is innocent or guilty.
That's boring. Who cares about that?
Knowing all the illegal things you do, you probably should.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I guess you're right. Tell me all about it, man.
Well, that's kind of the whole reason you're here. You gotta tell me about it.
Me? What do I know about artificial intelligence? Other than the fact that, its IQ isn't described by the dollar store retail chain Five Below, because that's what my IQ is.
Well, you did take it to Professor Lindbaum's English class, all about AI. What did you learn about in there? Well,
actually, Colin, you see, the class was more than just science and technology. It was more than just artificial intelligence. We dabbled in science and technology and ethics.
I'm sorry, but isn't artificial intelligence related to science?
That's where you're wrong, Colin. Science is real. You can't make fake science. Artificial intelligence, on the other hand, artificial is fake, and that's the whole point. Artificial fake intelligence. But just to appease you, Colin, I'll talk about artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Pete. So, what are your views on artificial intelligence?
I see there's good things and there's bad things about it,
Okay, so what are some of the good things?
Well, it can help store data effectively,
Okay, and the bad?
It can take over an entire planet. It can launch a bunch of nukes at people. It can kill off the whole human race. Just to name a few.
Wow, looks like you're really swayed on one side, aren't you?
Yeah, this is SNL. That's what we're good at.
So Pete, did you take English 130 because any of these opinions?
Yeah, English 130 definitely had a big hand in how I feel about artificial intelligence. Before I took the class, I was all like, "Ooh, artificial intelligence, that's dope." I could ask my phone where the nearest McDonald's is, and it would talk back to me, and it would never give the right answer. At one time I asked where the nearest McDonald's was, and it told me where McDougal Law Firm was. So I went there and I asked the dude at the front desk for a McChicken sandwich, and then he started yelling at me, and he had Jorge escort me out. So that wasn't fun.
I'm sorry, Pete. You thought a law firm was McDonald's?
I thought maybe McDonald's was upscaling. I don't know. Sorry, I can't eat 5-course meals, Colin.
I had a turkey sandwich.
I had ramen noodles for lunch, beef flavor.
All right, back to AI. What makes you say all those bad things about it?
What bad things? Which one specifically? I said a lot of bad things.
The nuke part. Why do you think that?
Well, the nuke part, yeah. So for that, in my English class, we were supposed to read a lot of books and stuff. So you could basically say I'm an expert now, So then one of the books we were supposed to read was called Illuminate, and it was written by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. And there were pictures in it too, so that it was right up my alley.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, so basically these people were on the super cool looking spaceship thing, and it was there was this AI named Aiden on board, and it just went AWOL and launched nukes at another spaceship. So the people on the other spaceship wouldn't like contaminate the people on board Aiden's ship with their like allergies or something.
I see. I think it was a lot more serious than allergies. Pete, so Aiden, how does this AI relate to one that's going to be used in courtrooms in the U.S.?
Well, hopefully the ones that the government is going to be using won't like launch nukes at people,
Yes, hopefully.
But I think one of the problems with Aiden was the fact that he had like borderline human feelings, like the main character's boyfriend was killed, and then when like the main character found out, she got all upset. And then Aiden saw that she was all upset, and he was like, "Oh, let me turn my pervy camera off," and he like offered her space, and it's like that was creepy, but like he had emotions, and I don't think that like giving this courtroom AI emotions, that kind of like is counterintuitive because like it's trying to make an objective decision, not like based on emotions,
Wow, good point, Pete. I'm impressed.
Yeah, thank you, Colin. That's like the nicest thing anybody said to me.
So, you said that his feeling was just one of the problems of Aiden. What's another problem?
Well, like, hello, the first rule of making an AI, you gotta name it something scary, you gotta intimidate people. And something like Aiden, in the book it said like Aiden launched a nuke. And like, when I read that, I think of my like 8-year-old cousin named Aiden who's just like playing Call of Duty,
Scary name, huh?
Yeah, so what's the name of the AI the courtroom is using?
Called the Bringer of Justice.
Bringer of Justice. See, that's how it's done, Colin. The U.S. government knows what it's doing for once,
So, what else about AI do you disapprove of?
Well, in another book I was supposed to read, it was called The Six, and it was written by Mark Alpert. And basically what went down in that was there was this AI named Sigma, which is a proper spooky name, And Sigma basically like went through all like these AI fight clubs, and it became this like super like mean and aggressive thing. Yeah, and not like mean and aggressive in like the older sister standpoint. Like I'm talking about mean and aggressive in like the multiple first-degree murder attempts and like on the brink of nuclear holocaust type mean and aggressive, like that kind of.
Jeez, did Sigma even get caught?
Oh, I don't know, because the author like spanned it out over 3 novels, and I was only supposed to read the first one. So, Sigma might have like started the next 18 world wars. I don't know.
And what else should the government do to make sure this courtroom AI does not get out of control?
Well, I think there should be like still some power given to like the people, Like, are you aware of like how many times like all the power was given to a robot dude and it goes bad? Like you got Terminator, you got Terminator 2, you got Terminator 3, Terminator 4, of course.
What else?
I don't know. How many Terminator movies were there?
No, I meant, what else do you think the government can do to make sure this AI does not become like the ones in the books that you read?
Oh, okay. Well, there should be like a whole discussion of ethics, Like, for example, if there's a case with a dude who killed a little kid, I don't think he should be like given the same sentence as like a dude who killed like somebody super evil, like Charles Manson or something,
Pete, Charles Manson died of natural causes.
Alright, everybody mellow out. It's hypothetical,
So you're saying that the AI should be aware of the ethical implications of its decisions?
Yeah, exactly. Like another book we read, it was Scythe by Neil Shusterman, and there's this thing called the Thunderhead, and it like stores like every single piece of data in existence, and it's like not allowed to talk to like the elite members of society called the Scythes, but the Thunderhead like makes the decision to talk to a Scythe, and like he sees her like really struggling, so he's like, I'm gonna step in here. So he like considers the ethics, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna go talk to her,
So the courtroom AI should be able to read emotions, just not have them.
Yeah, but like sort of like if the dude who killed another man starts like crying like a little baby in the courtroom, I don't think this AI should be like, oh, he's crying, he's innocent. I think it should be able to be like intelligent enough to be like, all right, something's fishy going on there.
So what else do you think the courtroom AI should be like?
I don't think like the government should give it like a mission, because like I know that sounds counterintuitive and everything, but like anytime a robot is given a mission, they're like guaranteed to like misinterpret it. Like even when I'm given a mission, I misinterpret it. Like last week, my mom told me very specifically, go to the grocery store and get milk. So I went to Stop and Shop, I parked my car, I walk in, I go to the milk, and I'm going to check out, and then I walk through the mac and cheese aisle, and I see the mac and cheese shaped like little SpongeBob characters, and I'm like, I like mac and cheese, they're on sale, and I got 8 boxes. So like,
So how is that you misinterpreting your mom's mission?
Well, Colin, my mom told me to get milk. She didn't tell me don't get mac and cheese shaped like SpongeBob characters, you know? Like, unless the government, or in this case my mom, their mission, if it's like super specific and it covers every single possible outcome, then like the robot, or in this case me, could like get it right. But if they're not like super detailed and super specific and covering every single outcome, then like the robot's guaranteed to screw up somewhere, you know?
That's understandable.
Yeah.
So what else should the AI courtroom AI have?
Well, I think it should have like an off switch. Like that's pretty basic, you know? Like imagine how much better the Transformers movie would be if like Shia LaBeouf just hit an off button and then like turned off all the robots. Like it would be like 18 seconds of a film, but that's like a lot better than the 2.5 hours that it is, you know?
And in the books you read, would things have been solved if there was an off switch?
Yeah, like literally in every single one, yes. Like in Illuminae, they could have just turned off Aiden, and then no nukes would have been like shot out. The main character wouldn't have been led to believe her, like her boyfriend was still alive and well. In the 6, like literally the next nuclear apocalypse could have been avoided by simply saying like, maybe we should, you know, put an off switch on this thing, you know?
But weren't there positive effects of having an off switch?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Like, if they turned off Aiden, like, all the sick people on the one ship would have, like, come over to the other ship and, like, contaminated them all, and then everybody would have croaked. But then, like, also, in the 6, if they turned off Sigma, all these, like, really sick kids wouldn't have been saved if they were, like, put in those robots. So, you know...
So, it sounds like there's pros and cons for both.
Yeah, no, I know. Ethics is hard, man.
It would be, if it were easy, we'd be living in a rainbow unicorn land.
Rainbow unicorn land, yeah. But seriously, like, if the government is stupid enough to put a robot in a courtroom, like, hopefully they're smart enough to, like, follow these precautions, you know? Like, I took a college class on this, so basically they can shut down, like, the Department of Defense because they got me here, you know? I'm, like, basically an expert at this.
Yep, and it's been great having you. It was a pleasure, and Pete Davidson, everybody.